So we got two things that we want to talk about today. Number one, we all know about Steam's summer sale and how good did Zephyrnix do? Pretty good. We'll talk about that in a minute. Also, let's also talk about the fact that Steam is coming to Linux. It's a really good day for PC gamers everywhere. This is Zephyrnix Live. What's going on, guys? I'm your host Zephyrnix, and let's talk about two things here. Number one, the Steam sale. Now, Valve puts on this Steam sale every year, along with the winter sale and things of that nature, and it's usually a day that a lot of PC gamers can go in and buy a whole bunch of stuff, not just one game. I'm talking to you, RXL, but a whole bunch of games for a good amount, a good price, and definitely a great price too, you know. And so let's check out some of the things I actually got. I got some things not limited to, you know, Tom Clancy's Hawks, Oblivion, the Deluxe Edition, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, Dragon Age Origins, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Street Fighter, was it Super Street Fighter Arcade Edition, Crisis 2 Maximum Edition, Gotham City Imposters, what else? Grand Theft Auto 5, Warband, the DLC, the Napolitan Warriors, Toy Soldiers, Sonic CD, and a couple of other games. I saved somewhere around $75 on all that alone. I mean, that's kind of like, that's comparing to the used game market for consoles. And keep in mind, eventually I stopped counting. Seriously, I actually stopped counting because I just got bored with it. So overall, it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. I did really good on the Steam sale. Now, on to one thing I really want to talk about, because I think this is a really good move here. During the summer sale, it looks like Valve officially announced that they were going to go ahead and finally release Steam for Linux. Now, we've been waiting for this for a long time now, but before I get into that, let me explain to you really what Linux is. I know a lot of you don't know what Linux is. Basically, Linux is a operating system which, how to put this? Well, it's an operating system. However, it's one of the best operating systems out there. And the reason why is because it actually allows you to do whatever and whenever you want with your operating system. On Windows, you are limited to whatever the hell Windows looks like. Whether, you know, having the X on one side and or something on the other, and, you know, whatever you want. The thing about Linux I love the most is that you can actually modify it to look like Windows, or you can modify it to look like Mac OS X. Hell, you can modify it to look like Mac OS 9 if you wanted to. Windows 11, Windows 95. I have a lot of fun doing that. And that's just skins and things of that note. I'll put it this way. You know how we love the fact that with PC gaming, you can go ahead and release mods and you can modify the game and actually playing a total different game? That's just like Linux. Basically, you can add mods to it and then make it just like a beautiful site. In fact, when it comes down to Windows 7 and Windows 8, there's a lot of features actually there that was originally in Linux. But we're going to get to that another time. So why am I excited about this? Well, see, the thing is that PC gaming didn't start with a big company like console gaming did. It started with a whole bunch of small companies, and that's exactly how Linux started. And Linux started people who just wanted a really good operating system, but specifically Ubuntu. In fact, that's the one I'm referring to. Now, I actually became I knew about Ubuntu because of Samuel T. Geek. Samuel T. Geek actually went ahead and told me about this great operating system that he thought I should give it a try because he said he thinks that I would like it. I gotta say, I've definitely been impressed, and I haven't turned back since. The only thing that keeps me going to Windows is actually two things. Number one is Camtasia. I really do like that program, and you know, along with the Adobe programs, and I also really do like PC gaming, and a lot of PC gaming is actually on Windows, or at least it was. Now with Linux going over, with Steam going over to Linux, This basically allows you to do two things. Number one, it's going to allow all the companies to go ahead and officially make Linux versions of their games. Now remember, Steam also has, and another good about Steam too, Steam also has their, what do you call that? Their play share thing. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's the thing where, what is it called? Steam Play. Now basically what Steam Play does allows you to play, like if you buy a game on Windows, you can play the Apple version too, you know? So it's like you don't have to buy two different versions of it. You can actually buy one version, you can buy the actual game and you get all the versions on the platform that's on Steam. So I suspect that that's going to happen too on Linux. Not only that, but they also did say that they're going to release Left 4 Dead. Now, I'm not really sure if they mean Left 4 Dead 1 or Left 4 Dead 2 or the entire franchise. I'm not 100% sure. I believe it was Left 4 Dead 2. I'm hoping it's the entire franchise. But nonetheless, that's it. So a lot of people, a lot of gamers, and the one thing you're going to notice too is the, what do you call it, the PC elitists. You're going to notice that it's going to go kind of cut in two. It's already in two pieces right now, you know, because let me put it to you this way. It's hella easy to go ahead and game on Windows. Let me put it that way, because the reality of it is this. To PC gamers, there is the elitists and there's the elitist. You know, those guys who game on Windows are considered fake. You know, I'm just being honest with you. They're considered, you're gaming on the PC, but you really haven't touched. And put it this way, you know how PC gamers talk down to console gamers? Yeah, real PC elitists talk down to these fake PC elitists. You know, the ones who game on Windows. I'm dead serious. There's a whole other level out there, but I'm not here to dump on anyone or anything like that. My thing is this: when Linux does, for those PC gamers out there, when Steam will go ahead and drop, when Steam finally goes ahead and drops this program, Steam, onto Linux, will you go ahead and go to Linux full time? Now, before you answer that, let me go ahead and just advise you of two things. Number one, you also realize that pretty much everything, with the exception of a couple of things nowadays, is in fact on the web. That includes video editing, actually, too. And number two, for the games that actually do not have a Linux versions or ports or whatever, you realize that there is a program called Wine that will allow you to go ahead and play any and every PC game or program for that matter, and go ahead and play it on Linux. Just wanted to make you, just wanted to advise you of that before we go ahead through this. Anyway, so I'm done right now. Let me know what you guys think about Steam coming to Linux for those who are interested. You know, if not, hopefully this will go ahead and allow you to kind of dig deeper to find out more about other things out there, such as, well, Linux. You guys have a good night. Zeph out.